Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer Lancaster and I'm an Australian author of these books, Create Your New Life of Abundance, Creative Ways with Money and Power Marketing. So today I'd like to talk a little bit about how you can set yourself up this year to have a more prosperous 2022 and have a beautiful future for you and your family. So in Create Your New Life of Abundance, I do talk about both relationships, reaching a crisis point with personal finances, which I've had a lot of experience in, and assessing your beliefs, your underlying beliefs and your values, because these are the important things that run our money decisions in the background. And I've found that it takes a lot of looking at it pretty much every year or two, especially assessing how your values underpin your beliefs and how your mindset is either switched to sort of a pessimistic view, negative view, or an optimistic view. So yeah, you need to sort of have a look at that for yourself. So I've got an example here in the book with it's got a table of how you can understand what a prime value is, like work or caretaking and family and career, relationship and pleasure is some of those values I've got there. So that's how we make excuses to ourselves for, say, overspending. So pleasure is a value. The retail therapy I get from shopping is more important than the fact I'm in debt. That would be something you might say to yourself. So, you know, it's all these false kind of sayings we have in our head that come out. And sometimes it's, you know, it's just worth having a think about what kind of sayings you've got in your head, and then trying to adjust it to what is actually the case, you know, and open your opportunity eyes, I call it. So instead of having that polarized thinking that some of us fall into that trap of having. So, you know, all rich people are not bad people, that sort of polarized thinking, or you know, or I can never get ahead because I don't earn enough. You know, that's kind of like a belief that it might not be true on closer inspection. And I'd like to read you this little poem, which I love this poem. It's from Think and Grow Rich, which is that 1939 old book. I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty score. For life is just an employer, is a just employer. He gives you what you ask, but once you have set the wages, why, you must bear the task. I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked of life, life would have willingly paid. Isn't that amazing insight from some old poet from the old times? So you've got to remember that's a concept that you could take on board, that you might be thinking, you know, business owners don't want to pay a certain amount above $90 an hour, or whatever it is you've got fixed in your mind for a service, or some people can't afford life coaching, or whatever it is you do. You know, you might have some kind of story going on about that. Well, there's people out there earning $200 an hour. There's people out there not on hourly rates, but leveraging their time and doing partnerships and making money that way. So these are all stories we tell ourselves that aren't true. So that one's about making a full recovery from a financial situation which wasn't good, and it has the 7 pillars of financial sense, which is balancing budget, eradicating your personal debt, planning your financial life, protecting what you have, and making more income from teaching others, preparing to invest and take action. And this one's more of a hybrid kind of book, which has some stories about how business works and scams operate, a little bit of a look into how cryptocurrency has got off the ground and how it's a speculation. Also, it's got some tips about how to manage your time and how to do your ikigai, so that you're earning more money off things that you love doing rather than just a job. So some people call it a side hustle, but I refuse to use that word hustle in my books. because I believe you should do what you love to do, and it's not hustling. That's got also some tips about how to you know, get good banking with less fees and that sort of thing. You know, you don't have to read them, but they're out there for sale if you want to. This one he's got over 70 tips on how to market your small business, or usually services are the hardest to market, so I've got quite a lot there, and even things about how you can help yourself run your website and grow your thought leadership. There's a few ideas for you, and yeah, I hope you subscribe, and see you later.